Anyway, so that is back where I want it. Alright. So we can erase this. And we should be able to just begin a new quest with R. Alright, let's try it again. Worst case, if I just really can't get this figured out, I can always go back to the flashcard. But I figured I was okay with, well, with getting Battleseed Zero stuff working. Alright. So, if the RNG itself is right, she should walk up and then this girl right here should walk up and then face left, and does. Usually the stat issue is based off of not being on the right battle seed, but I am on the right battle seed. And doing the thing where I tried to redo it proves it because I had to do nothing. I was already set right. So we come over here. Buy 2 wings. So E. Damn Pilgrim. There we go, that's the right stats. Okay. Yes. Yes. Now we're gonna make O. The Wizard. Okay, his stats are good too. Okay, we can continue finally. So we'll add. Start off adding Brindar. We're gonna add E. We're gonna add O. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave town. He's gonna be in the way, so we're coming out here. So we're gonna leave, and as soon as we get outside, we're gonna immediately go into the menu, and we're gonna strip the wizard. And we're gonna get into a fight with a slime that's gonna be caught off guard. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fight E, fight O, and then parry, and then parry. What I'm trying to do is actually kill E and O. I want them dead. So R is going to fight O, Brindar is going to fight E, E is going to fight himself, and then O is going to fight R, just because the RNG. So O's dead, E's dead, and then we run away. We got done what we wanted. Now here, now I don't, you know, if I take extra steps or whatever, it doesn't matter, because I'm saving and resetting RNG anyway. So what's going to happen now is I'm going to actually also dump his copper sword, because we don't need it. So we're going to start off by leaving people. And who we're going to be leaving is E and O, because they're dead, and we don't need them anymore. At least not for now. Yeah, ghosts. Alright. So now we're going to add the other 2 created dudes. We're going to add Harley first. Now we're going to add Petrus. Now everybody's added. And then so now what we're going to do is we're going to change the message speed on file 2 to the same thing it was to lock in our RNG the way we want it and restart the game. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to change the formation to R Harley Brindar Petrus. And what we're going to do is we're going to have R use a wing to get out of here, and we're going to start our adventure. Now to avoid an encounter and a soft lock, wait for 16 steps with Petrus on the bridge. So, in this part of the game, when I talk about steps, I'm talking about the actual, the party's feet moving. So I could be standing still and still making steps happen. As you see, their feet move while we're walking, but they'll also move while we're standing still. So they still count. But later in the game, steps will be tiles, so that's not confusing at all. So, as long as I don't make any movement errors, we'll get through this tower without an encounter. He didn't give us the thieves' key. We'll immediately use to open the door and walk off the edge of the tower with no consequence. Then we'll immediately use the other wing to get back. And then immediately have Petrus cast heal to avoid an encounter. And then we will walk to read. Now, to be safe, so we're gonna sell some stuff. So for safety purposes, shoot, I messed up. That's a rip. I can just reset and start over through the tower again. Thank you, Air Kicks. Appreciate it. So what I'm going to have to do is just change message speed on this again just to be safe, and then start over. So I'm going to have to redo the tower, but it doesn't take super long. It's not the end of the world. I went into the wrong person's menu. 16 steps, let's go. If you don't do that, Soft Lock City. How you doing, Air Kicks? Menuing is my greatest enemy. Because this part of the game, like, any menu errors, and that's pretty much rip what you're doing. Yeah, no doubt. GG to me. Already back to the key. Alright, let's try this again with less menu issues, right? Alright. So sell. We're selling Brindar's position, so I'm going to sell Brindar's club for safety purposes. It's going to give us enough money to buy a second Wing of the Wyvern for safety save purposes before the glitch. The glitch can be cantankerous. And we're going to sell Petrus's club as well. And we're going to back out because we have to, and then go back in to go ahead and buy stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to buy 2 wings for Harley, and the second wing is actually a safety wing. And we're going to buy 2 medical herbs for our hero R. And we're going to leave over to here. And open this door. And that's actually kind of a tough room because you only take 1 step in each direction, and then you have to do it back, and you can accidentally bonk walls pretty easily. We're going to come here, and we're going to buy a leather helmet, and give it to Petrus. And we're going to leave. Okay, now we've gotten into an area where walking and stuff isn't as big of a deal, but can affect things still anyway. So what we're going to do here is, with Petrus, we're going to give his Wayfarer's clothes to himself. What that's going to do is it's going to move them to the bottom of his list because we want the leather helmet on top. Well, save 3 minutes, so 3.5 minutes. So thankfully there aren't too many things I have to do to avoid encounters in here. One of them's pretty precise, though, so I'm going to have to focus. That's coming up here in the next room. I have to count steps. So I have to stop here, cast heal, and that'll avoid an encounter. And when I get through here doing this, we'll avoid one as well. And we're good for the rest of this dungeon. And get the thieves' key out to open that door. Alright. We're almost through the most technically demanding part of the run, other than the glitch itself, like the main glitch in the game. Thieves' key. What is up, Praxis? How are you doing? Now we just kind of move up here. And what's going to happen is when I get onto the 3rd tile of Forest, I'm going to stop. Have Petrus cast heal 1 time. And I'm going to have him use an herb, and then I'm going to count 9 steps and go. That's going to cause me to avoid... All that caused me to avoid an encounter. So now it's going to get dark just as we enter town. Which is good. That's what we want. Because when it's nighttime, people go to bed. Except for the innkeeper. Innkeeper never goes to bed. But the weapon shop owner goes to bed. Or the tool shop, or whatever shop this is. Probably the tool shop. And we get our poison needle for free. ahead and take a walk to kind of kill some steps so that we can get an encounter we want. And I stopped in those 2 spots on purpose to help with the counter to get me so that I'm pretty much guaranteed to get the encounter I want. Which is going to have a killer bee in it, which can numb a person in your party, and that's what we want. Which will be right here, and it should be the fight I want. It is the fight I want. So what we're going to do here is parry and then back up and fight, and then parry with everybody. So there we go, Brindar's numb. So now what we're going to do is we're going to have him parry, Harley's going to use one of his wings, and then he's going to parry. So then what's going to happen is the hero's going to die, Petrus is going to die, and that's what we want, and Harley's going to boogie out of here with the wing. So now I got to do this real quick. She goes there. Alright, so what I did there was a trick to make sure I'm still numb when I get here. Alright, so we're gonna leave. We're gonna leave Brindar. Alright. And that's my safety save. So then what I'm going to do is copy log 1 to log 3 as the safety save. We should have R, Harley, and Petrus only. Yeah, which we do. And we're going to use R's medical. Oh wait. We're going to use Harley's Wing of the Wyvern to get out of here. And go back in quickly, although I didn't do that very quickly. But at this point, steps aren't really that important. So what we're going to do here is come here. And we're going to get Brindar back. And if I didn't really notice, but he should still be numb. We're going to leave. We're going to leave Harley. And so what happens is normally the game won't allow you to only have dead people in your party. So if I were to normally try and leave Brindar, it would tell me no. But because Brindar's numb, it's going to confuse the game into letting me do this. So now I have just 2 ghosts in the party. Now we're going to add E, who is a ghost. We're going to add O, who is a ghost. We're going to have a party full of ghosts, and this is going to really confuse the game. And then I'm probably going to have to explain the glitch more when I'm done with it, because I have to keep track of things, which is going to be hard for me to do while trying to talk about what I'm doing. But first we're going to unequip his Cypress Stick, because that's necessary for the glitch. Alright. Next part. That may not have worked right, but we'll see, because it didn't let me move right away. So he's a Latherm Golden Crown, Red Orb. Okay, yep, so I have to do... okay. So one of my glitches didn't work. So I'll have to fix that real quick. Alright, so this should now have me the Rainbow Drop. Okay, and I have a Stick Slime, which is actually kind of good. But also kind of bad. Because I need to give him all my stuff and that Stick Slime's in the way. What I might go ahead and do then is just go sell it now, because I'm going to have to sell one anyway. Alright, so giving him all the equipment or all the rest of my equipment other than my leather armor. E's going to give his club to Petrus. And then O is going to give the Rainbow Drop to R. So the Rainbow Drop's an important item I just glitched into being by doing those steps. So we're going to go ahead and sell that Stick Slime now because I need it out of his inventory anyway. And actually, one of the things I was going to have to do later on in the glitch is glitch a stick slime into being to sell anyway. So that's actually pretty good that that happened. Alright, so let's get going. Oh, come on, really? Okay. Well, we're gonna have to... This sucks. I've got the Shield of Heroes, but I'm still at the Black Raven, because it didn't move when I actually pressed a direction, which is something that this game likes to do a lot. And this game does not like to let me do that more than one time, that's for sure. So let's see what happened. Okay, so we got the green orb, still have the leather armor. Okay, so we're just gonna have to do this one at a time. It's gonna be slow, but whatever. Alright. Leather armor, so purple orb, so then... What I want him to do is have the red orb. So now I should be back on track, so I should have... Oh wait, he's got the Wayfarer's clothes now. What happened? This may not be good. Might have to start a glitch over. Let me see. So, the golden crown... Wait. Oh wait, I already gave him the Shield of Heroes. We're good. Never mind. Okay. And the red orb. So we're actually fine now. Now I can redo the glitch again. Whoa, that was weird. That shouldn't have happened. Let me see what we got. So, he's got clothes, Sacred Robe, which he should have, and still the red orb. God dang it, I don't know why it... Make me do this one at a time again? Since I can't freaking... But he's already at the Dragon Killer, that's kinda not good. Alright, so now I should be at... So Spider's Web, so I need to do one more, and that will be the Sphere of Light. Alright, now I should have the Sphere of... So he should be the Dragon Killer and Sphere of Light, so I need to give Sphere of Light to R. Alright, cool. So now we can do it one more time. Come on, are you kidding me? It didn't move if... Killing me with that crap. Armor of Radiance was what I should have, but I'm not gonna have the Evasive Drum, I'm gonna have the Staff of Change, and another Stick Slime. But whatever. So we have to do this one more time again. Hopefully that was right. I kind of got funked up in my count. Base of Drought. Okay, cool. So we're good here now. Alright. So now we need to actually change our formation to 1, 2, 3, 4, and then do the initial glitch again. Alright, so now what should happen? I'm going to Dragon Killer, Water Flying Cloth, which we're going to give to him. And then Wizard's Ring, which we're going to give to him. Alright, so now we need one more set of glitches to happen. And so to do that, we're going to actually move R into slot 2, because I need to make his weapon go one more time. Alright, so now, everything went according to plan. I should have Sword of Kings and Strength Seed. Okay, so now I have to do one more by... Oh, shoot. Okay, so the Strength Seed's fine, but I need... I'm gonna try something drastic here. So I'm gonna hope I didn't lose my Sword of Kings. I didn't. Good. Okay. I got a Stick Slime on him, which is fine. Whatever. And I got the Magic Key, so we're good. Everything is done. We have the glitches done. So I'm gonna go ahead and just sell these extra Stick Slimes anyway, just to get them out of my inventory. So my inventory is where I'm used to it being. I think I've got an extra Stick Slime on O too. Yeah, I do. Okay. No. And we're gonna buy some stuff. We're gonna buy a Wing of the Wyvern. We're gonna give it to E. Then I'm gonna buy 2 herbs for everybody except R. I never split for They Dead Yo. Oh man. And I lost track of where I was too. The 2, 2, 1. Okay. I'll just buy one more. Alright. So I didn't split for dead, and I thought I did, but whatever. Now we're done with the glitches. We're gonna go ahead and bring everybody back to life. And so one of the other things I have to hope for is that nobody got too many random HP loss glitches. O won't have the ability to, but the other 3 will. If the hero has any, we're done. If the other 2 can afford a little bit of it. So, okay, we're good. So E got hit by quite a few of the glitches, the HP glitches, but he still has enough HP. So we're good. So now what we're gonna do is save the game. And to do that, we'll just tell them we're going to leave a member, and they're going to say save, and then when I get here, we can just reset. And then what we have to do now is we have to erase save 3 because we don't need it anymore. And once we erase it, we have to reset. Oh, I probably should just go ahead and do that. That's late, but by a little bit, but we still got it. Alright, so let's begin a new quest on 3. We're going to call it YPP. It's going to be female and battle speed 3. And we'll reset. Now this is going to blow your mind! So now we're going to change message speed on 3 to leave it at 3, but that's going to set our RNG seed we want. We're going to go back into the game. We're going to go into the menu, we're going to equip Petrus with that club we gave him earlier. And then we're going to equip the wizard with Poison Needle and the Water Flying Cloth. And then we're going to use E's Wing of the Wyvern and go to Remolder that we've never been to. And I'll explain the glitch in more detail while I'm leveling up, because it's going to take a little while. So now I'll be getting into a Metal Babble encounter right here. And I'm going to catch them off guard, so what's going to happen is I'm going to fight, cast heal, fight, and fight. And so what's going to happen is that Petrus is going to critical hit and kill, and the Poison Needle is going to do its thing successfully, and then we're going to try and run, fail, and then that's going to run. And we're going to get all this XP and levels. So the Poison Needle has a % chance, and it's actually pretty small, and I don't remember the percentage, to auto-kill something. And we had the RNG set up so that it did that. So basically, so here's what I did. So that glitch, so I had all ghosts, which means they all had 0 hit points. And the game was confused at that point, and any tile I stepped on that wasn't the castle's, like, actual castle tiles was causing damage. And so because my ghosts are already at 0, it couldn't assign them damage, so it was just slinging that damage all the way down through the code. And based on where I was in the music, it did things, and those things depended on what cycle I was in. So at the very beginning, 1 in 8 kill. Thank you, Eric Hicks. So the very first part of the glitch where I walked back and forth a little bit and then went up and then back down, the very first part of that was to turn Petrus's leather helmet that I bought him earlier into the turban, and then it turned O's Cypress Stick into 2 black ravens, and then the first black raven into a green orb. And then the very last part of the first part of that first section of the glitch glitched all of the spells in page 3 of Petrus's spellbook into his spells. So he has a whole bunch of spells at the end of his spellbook, which I never actually showed you. After that, I went back out, and then what I did there was the first thing I did, put the return list where I had it. So it basically put Romulder in there. Then I glitched that turban on Petrus into the Golden Crown, and if it hadn't let me not walk or whatever, I basically spent the next couple of times like cycling that the green orb into the rainbow drop. And at that point, I gave all that stuff from the hero to the wizard, and then I gave E's Club to Petrus, and for the purpose of this, and then I gave the rainbow drop to the hero. So then I did the glitch again. I turned Petrus's Golden Crown into the Shield of Heroes, which I then in turn gave to the hero. And then I turned the other Black Raven that the wizard had into the Red Orb. And then, actually I gave the Shield of Heroes to the hero, because we want to keep it. So then I did the glitch again. I turned the Wayfarer's Clothes that Petrus had into the Water Flying Cloth. And then, into the Sacred Robe, I'm sorry. Into the Sacred Robe. And then that Red Orb I turned into the Sphere of Light. Gave the Sphere of Light to the hero. Then I did the next part of the glitch, which ended up turning that Sacred Robe into the Armor of Radiance that Petrus had. And then it turned the Thieves' Key on the wizard into the Vase of Drought. Then I reordered the party, put E in second place instead of Petrus. Redid the very first glitch where I glitched the spell list into Petrus's spell list, and I did the same set of glitches, which also advanced E's Wayfarer's Clothes into the Water Flying Cloth, and it advanced the wizard's Vase of Drought into the Wizard Ring, and also glitched the spells into E's spell list. So both of my pilgrims have the third set of spells, or the third page of spells. And then I already had a stick slime, so I kind of did things weird. What I ended up doing was immediately putting R in the second slot, and then turned his weapon into the Sword of Kings, or turned his top item into the Sword of Kings, and then I turned the wizard's medical herb into a Strength Seed, and then I took a chance on, and then what I did was I put E back in second, and then did the glitch again, which gave him a stick slime actually because he had nothing in his inventory, and then turned the Strength Seed into the Magic Key on the wizard. And that was all based on stepping in the right point in the music and stuff like that. And so, and then we were at where we are now. So what's going to happen is I got all this experience. Our hero R will gain level 17, which he has, and then the other 3 here will gain level 18. And this could end up being like a false gold, because I split late on the glitch one. I should have split the moment I saved, and I had split kind of late. I wasn't thinking about it. So, what's going to happen is R at 15 health with these level gains, and they'll all be level 20 when I get to the final boss, based on the killing things in the boss rushes and stuff. So R has with a max HP of 15 at level 1 has enough HP to survive the first round of the final boss with 1 HP left. E with 5 HP has the same. E normally would have 9 starting out, but I took some max HP glitches and he's down at 5. But 5's what he needs minimum, so we're good still. Petrus has a little bit less leeway. Petrus starts with 11, so I didn't get any of the HP glitches with Petrus. But if Petrus goes under 9, we're screwed. What I can do if that happens is glitch myself a Black Raven and sell it, and I'll actually get like something ridiculous like 50,000 gold or something like that from the Black Raven. And then I can here in Remolder I can buy a magic armor, and that'll help me survive if their HP goes under. So it's not the end of the world, but there's another route where I don't if I don't drop the copper sword on the hero right away like I did at the beginning of the game, I can glitch that into a Black Raven and sell it. But I generally, like, it's been a long time since I've actually had... itchy nose, man. Since I've had, probably fucking allergies or something. But since I've had the HP glitch put me under somewhere. And then O is not in any danger of having the HP glitch happen to him because we don't ever do anything to O other than his inventory. O always has 9 and has plenty of it once he levels up. So we got the 3 leveled, and we just have 1 more now. So O will level up here shortly, and then we will be on our way. So basically, ultimately, once all the level ups happen here, I'm gonna want E to have at least 88 health, which he will, and Petrus to have at least 84 health, but what Petrus is actually gonna have is 86 health at the end of this, because I didn't lose any HP. So as you'll see, the E's HP growth is better than Petrus's. So E will have the 88 he needs, and Petrus will have 86. But Petrus only needs to have 84. Out of this to be able to survive without the magic armor. So basically, I'm like towards the end of the game right now, and I never did really any of the beginning, any of the game really. I glitched into being all the items I really need. The Sword of Kings is the best sword in the game. The armor, I think it's the Armor of Radiance, is the best armor in the game, and Shield of Heroes. All of which is going to get equipped on the hero in a little bit. Alright, here's the final level from the wizard. Yeah, this will probably be a fake gold because of my late split. We go into Mermulder, and we're going to go ahead and go use the inn. As you'll see, 88, 86. I need 88 and 84. So what we're going to do is we're going to have R cast return and go back to Eliahan. And the reason we're doing this is we're going to save again and we're going to reset our RNG seed. So we're going to come here. Talk to old Louisa here. Tell her we're going to leave a member. She's going to ask if we want to save. We say yes. And then we'll reset. And then instead of changing my speech on file 3, we'll do it on file 2 this time and load file 1. So now what we're going to do is we're going to have Petrus give the Armor of Radiance to the hero. And then we're going to have the hero equip all the things. Then we're going to have the hero cast return back to Remolder. And we're going to get going. We're going to go this way. We're going to stop here. Have R cast heal twice. And that's going to avoid an encounter. Now walking isn't so much the steps of the feet that they take, but we're gonna use the rainbow drop. So yeah, so now maintaining my step route isn't the amount of times the people's feet move. Now it's the amount of tiles I walk. So that has changed since the beginning of the game. The beginning of the game, the step route was based on those feet movements. Now it's based on the tiles. So I have a certain amount of tiles that I have to maintain. So it doesn't matter the route I take as long as the amount of tiles I take is correct. So, like, I could have gone up one more square because I'm going to be going up anyway. I could have, instead of coming left where I went. Yeah, the important part is just that I take the right amount of tile steps. So, like, I could have gone right already instead. And now bonks don't matter or anything like that either. Whereas they used to. So what I'm going to do here is walk past the beginning of the door and do this to help with where I want my RNG. So what we're going to do now, too, is heal twice, and use the wizard ring 5 times. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'm going to heal 5 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And O's gonna use the magic key to open the door. We're gonna walk up here, we're blocked in, what can we do? We'll just walk around. And then, oh! And then they say, we are the guards, you two enter, you'll have to defeat us. Indeed, we will have to defeat you. So in turn 1 here, we're going to fight. He's going to cast Defeat. And fight, and watch as Defeat defeats them! And then now we're going to cast Heal 1 time. And then get our next encounter with these guys. We're going to fight, defeat, fight. And Defeat is going to do it. And Defeat was one of the 3rd pages of spells. Now R is going to gain level 18. So now, to get the RNG, oops, the talking won't matter. We're going to cast Heal twice. And we're going to use the Wizard Ring twice. And then we're going to get another fight. And to get the RNG where we want it, we're going to go fight, and cast Defeat on him, and then this time he's going to cast Heal, and then fight. So the Heal's going to go off, and then Defeat's going to work. And then everybody else is going to gain level 19. And then the doors are going to open, and we're going to have O cast Step Guard. And we're going to go here, and much like in Dragon Warrior 1, we're going to search and find a staircase behind the throne. Down here. And this part's pretty cool. We'll just, so the diamonds shift your walking into the direction of the lighter gray tile. But once you step off of them, your walking is back to normal again. But what's kind of interesting is that if you just hold up when you hit the first one, where I did, you'll just go where you need to go anyway. Then once we get here, we'll stop. We'll cast 6 heals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then use the Wizard's Ring twice. And keep going. So what we're doing when we do stuff like that is adjusting the RNG to avoid like encounters and stuff like that. And then put the RNG favorably where we want it so things happen the way we want it to. God damn, nose itchy. Anyway, get here. Have O, use magic key. And then what's going to happen to make sure RNG is where we want it, we're going to do that. Then we'll go across the bridge. And we got our boy Ortega fighting the King Hydra. And because we have the RNG where we want it, this fight's going to last 2 rounds. So Ortega here is the your hero, in this case R, his dad, who has been lost for many years. We just found him, and he's dead. And he doesn't recognize that this is his son R. He tells you to tell yourself about what happened here, and to forgive him. But we don't have time to grieve. We got a world to save. So we got one more thing to do real quick to put RNG where we want it for the next part. And that is we want to take one step to the right and then go around in here and then cast heal 1 time. And now we're good. And now we're at the boss rush. There's our boy Zoma. So we're gonna fight that King Hydra that just whooped our dad's ass. We're gonna fight him. This is gonna take us all of 4 turns, and it's gonna go a lot like this. So, we're gonna have our hero cast heal on himself, and we're gonna have him parry and then cast heal all on the wizard, and then him parry and the wizard parry. The Hydra's gonna do some damage. So he's gonna heal all on the wizard. R's gonna heal himself. So now what we're going to do is R's going to use the Sword of Kings as an item. We're going to parry and then cast Infirmost. We're going to have him cast Heal Us. He doesn't have... Ooh, okay. It's probably a good thing that he doesn't need that then. And then him Ice Bolt. So somehow I managed to glitch Heal All out of Petrus' spell list, but thankfully he doesn't need it. Alright. So use the Sword of Kings on round 3. Parry, and then Infirmost, and then a Revive, E, and then Blaze. What's going to happen is King Hydra's going to kill E, so Petra's going to bring him back to life, but his turn never went off yet, so he still gets to cast his Infirmost. Alright, so final turn. Sword of Kings on King Hydra. Infirmost, and fight. So this game has a kind of a glitch, and that's why he keeps seeming to use parry and then backing up. So he gets level 19 also. So if you parry with a character and then back up and then give them something else to do, the parry still takes effect. And the only person who can't take advantage of that is the 4th person, because when you parry, it turns over. So what we're going to have happen is the hero's going to use the Wizard Ring once. And then he's going to give the Wizard Ring to Petrus. And then Petrus is going to use it twice. I always kind of want to transfer it every time I do this. It's annoying. Now that he's used it twice, he's going to give it to E. And then E's going to use it twice. So the Wizard Ring, when you use it as an item, gives you some MP back, but it has a chance to break when you do it. But with the RNG we've got, that's not going to happen. So now we got Baramos Bomus, who's going to take all of 2 turns to kill. So fight, parry, in for most, parry, in for most, and he is going to Medical Herb the hero. Baramos is going to use Explode It. Alright, so now turn 2, where Baramos is dead. Sword of Kings, parry, in for most, parry, in for most, and parry. Because he's going to cast Exploded again? Yeah. So that if I hadn't parried with the wizard, he'd be dead right now, probably. But Baramos is dead now. So there we go. And now, the other 3 are going to gain level 20. So what's actually going to be funny is I'm not going to end up healing O before the next fight. Because the next fight, the boss, we're going to take 3 rounds to kill the boss, and he's going to do 0 damage to us the whole fight. What we are going to do real quick, though, is he's going to heal more himself. No damage is going to get done, but we're using the opportunity to, oops. And Petrus is going to heal more himself. Just to get a couple people healed and then go on to the next fight. So now we're going to get Baramos Gonus, or Baramos Zombie. And so, first turn is going to be using the King Sword, casting in for most, casting Surround, and casting Blazemore. And he's gonna miss. Okay. Turn 2, we're gonna use the Sword of Kings, cast in for most, cast in for most, and cast Blazemore. And then he's gonna miss again. And then turn 3, use the Sword of Kings, cast in for most, cast in for most, and then cast Snow Blast. And he's gonna die. Right. And then our hero is going to gain level 20, and everybody's going to be level 20. Alright, so now E is going to use the Wizard Ring 1 time, and then it is going to cast Heal More on the Wizard, and Heal More on R. So everybody's at full, and now we're going to take on Zoma. And Zoma is going to take 2 turns. Alright, turn 1, R is going to use the Sphere of Light. He's going to parry, and then use a Medical Herb on Zoma. He's going to parry, and then use a Medical Herb on Zoma. And then he's going to parry. Because Zoma does a lot of damage per turn. Zoma's going to use the Blizzard, and then Snowstorm. And this is why R and E have to have a certain amount of health. So R is going to use the Sphere of Light, it's going to weaken Zoma. Then Medical Herb for 229, and then Medical Herb for 254. So then turn 2, we're going to fight, use the herb on Zoma, use the herb on Zoma, and use the herb on Zoma. And Zoma's going to do this move. That doesn't do damage. What it does is it removes all buffs and debuffs from everybody, himself and the party. And he used it twice because that's what RNG said he was going to do. And he's dead. So this will be sub 1 hour, which is good. That's what I wanted to get. So what's Hill Midget technique? What do you mean by that, Praxis, if you're still in here? I saw you say that, and I wanted to ask, but I was in the middle of doing the glitch stuff, and I didn't want to get distracted, because I already suck enough at it. And we have brought light back to the Dark World. I mean, Alefgard. So, I was just in the area, obviously, of Dragon Quest 1. Remolder should sound familiar. Dragon Warrior 1. Oops, I didn't. I hit A once. I love when it does that. And then I went to the wrong menu. So R's gonna return, and we have Tantegel now. Just the starting town of Dragon Warrior 1. Except the castle, instead of being a separate spot on the map, is inside the town. Because reasons. Too many sprites. Such slowdown. Oh, well, I mean, I split late, but we'll see if I can get a better time. Thank you, Air Kicks. Appreciate it. I'm supposed to split after I hit the last A after he says R, I mean the hero of Erdrick, and I was not paying attention to do that. So this is more like a... probably like a 56, 36 or something. 38. Oh, is there a reason for it? Yeah, sure, that's fine. What's the reason for it? So the funny thing is so something I did, and I'm not sure what I did, and it may have been one of the times where I got the R is dead message that I shouldn't have. Might have done it, but so thankfully Petrus doesn't need to use it anytime, so it didn't matter. But I accidentally glitched heal all out of Petrus's menu, or out of Petrus's spell list. I actually had that happen to me, but with E before, and that's bad because E casts it. On turn 1 of King Hydra. Oh. Gotcha. Ah, gotcha. That is the Dragon Warrior 3 speedrun for any percent. Easy fix, yeah, no doubt. That is good to know, though. Yeah, 56. I final split late, but a little late, but yeah. It's 56, probably like 38 or something. And I can still bring it down even more, because I messed up at the beginning. Had to redo a small portion of it. And I'm still kind of messing up the glitch a little bit, but not to the point that I can't just do things to recover it. So, I mean... Oh, I finally got the Google survey about the hotel. Yeah, I know. Thanks, Airkicks. I mean, I got the benefit of having Vaxhurt. Oh, I watched Vaxhurt do it at RPG Limit Break. Like, we sat down and he showed it to me, and then I'm reading. I've got his notes that I go off of on my other monitor here, and he's been in here and helped me quite a few times. So, I mean, I'm happy that I've been doing so well. Really, but. I'm glad on my third finished run I'm already sub 1 hour. I did a lot of practice though. I did quite a few practice streams where I wasn't timing anything and I was just practicing the glitch and practicing portions of the game. And I practiced the glitch a ton off stream too. Just doing the glitch. On my EverDrive I have a save state right after I form the ghost party so I can practice the glitch. So I mean it's been helpful. Yeah, exactly. Do. To be continued in Dragon Warrior 1 and 2. Or just in Dragon Warrior. Boom. Okay. Let's see if we can get another one together. See if we can beat this 56. Because I had to skip a split. I don't like blank splits.